So we got a new trailer for Fallout 76. This is coming right after we got a massive information dump from a Game Informer exclusive. I made a full video on that yesterday. If you missed it, you can check it out. But today we get another one of those You Will Emerge trailers, which is basically these kind of cartoony style trailers that Bethesda has been using to tease certain gameplay elements of Fallout 76. Despite the fact that these trailers are cartoony, they typically do show off some pretty interesting stuff, whether it be some new armor or weapons, or even some new gameplay mechanics like robot companions. With all that being said though, I'll have a link to the full trailer down below, but let's just start going through it and all the interesting things I found. Not super notable, but towards the beginning, there's actually two interesting pieces of equipment, an eye patch, which I'm pretty sure we've seen and obviously will be making a return, but also that gas mask you could see on the other Vault Boy does look particularly interesting. It almost looks like he might be wearing a gas mask along with sunglasses. The way they're going to monetize this game outside of the initial $60 purchase price is actually through cosmetics, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see quite a wide variety of new armor types being introduced with Fallout 76. Here it actually looks like the Vault Boy is getting into a fight with a Scorched. We never really got a super clear look at one of these guys. Even though we've seen him in the trailers, it was always pretty blurry and hard to actually make it out, and this is definitely, although a cartoon, the clearest look we do have thus far. The Scorched are seemingly going to be fairly similar to feral ghouls, but they're a bit more intelligent and can actually use different weapons and apparently can even speak. And from this, it also looks like the board is coming back in case you were really missing that thing. The other time we saw the Scorched was also getting a nuke code, and that's the same thing we see them doing in this trailer. This may hint at the fact that the Scorched are going to be the people predominantly carrying nuke codes. This could make a lot of sense, as it does seem like the Scorched were the inhabitants of this area before the bombs dropped. A lot of them just on their way to ghoulification. Who would be carrying the nuke codes before the war? Probably a lot of the government officials, maybe military personnel in the area. That could kind of explain why you're seeing some of these nuke codes on the Scorched. So in this scene, we see what looks like a mutated owl or something like that, but if you actually compare it to previous footage we have of Mothman or Mothman in one of his stages, the two look really similar, especially in the eye area. So I'm curious as to whether the fact if that little owl looking thing is in fact going to be Mothman in Fallout 76. They said in some of the previous interviews that Mothman will come in various stages, whether that means just the way he interacts with the player will be in stages or his actual appearance may evolve into different things, I don't know, but to me this certainly looks very similar to Mothman and it would actually give us another clearer picture of an NPC in this game. Something notable towards the end of the trailer, we know that Scorchbeasts are going to tie into the nukes in some way. Nukes in Fallout 76 serve two major roles. First and foremost, they're going to create these high-level zones where you can get rare resources, but also mutate the enemies, making it harder. But also, they're actually going to be part of the main story. The way they've been described in the past is there's going to be Scorchbeasts that basically are going to be the big bad enemies that come out of the ground, and you're going to have to use the nukes to actually seal up their caverns. Maybe I'm reading way too deeply into this, but in the video we're seeing in the background, the opposite happens. Somebody fires a nuke and then the Scorchbeasts do come out. I'm not really sure which one is actually true, but it seems like we have two conflicting pieces of evidence here. Obviously this one is the latest and greatest, so maybe we should go with this. At the end here, we actually get a look at some weapons and some power armor. All three sets of power armor look the same. To me, it looks most like the XO1 suit of power armor. We've seen it in other trailers. An interesting takeaway is seemingly they will all have color customization. It seems like, again, maybe part of that microtransaction theme, but Fallout 76 has thus far shown a lot of armor customization options in some of the various trailers, and seemingly here we have three different colors you can make your power armor. But also as far as the weapons in their hand, one actually does look like the R91. I've talked about that in previous videos. It looks like we got a confirmation that the minigun is going to be in this game. We've seen things similar to the minigun like other heavy weapons, but not it explicitly. And then finally we got another look at this pistol. It's another one that I've talked about in other trailers, but I can't place my finger on. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Some have said it's looked like some of the various things from Fallout New Vegas, but I'm not entirely sure. I think it could be something new to the Fallout franchise. And that's pretty much it for this video. Not a ton of new information from this trailer, but I still want to make this video for two main reasons. One, I think some of that info is still pretty valuable and interesting, but in addition, it kind of confirms what we do have from this trailer. It's a shorter video covering just what we got, but now you know definitively what we got from the new trailer. Either way, it's pretty much going to wrap it up for this one. As always, again, I thank you all for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.